Coach, this game started out at a dizzying pace. Do you feel that your team kind of ran out of gas toward the end?
No, the pace I didn't think was too fast. I thought they were hot. They were 6 for 6 on the first time out. It was 15 to 10. A couple tough shots, first three. I think it was Graham that hit the first three. Covington drives left hand, he kicks it out, and Graham hits a three. We just didn't need the help. It was an undisciplined play. It's kind of summed up the rest of the night. We had a lot of undisciplined plays. We're leaving shooters, strong side shooters. We're double teaming in the post when we weren't in that coverage. But the pace wasn't what got us. It was the undisciplined aspect of the lack of discipline on a lot of our defensive possessions that got us in trouble. A lot of the made threes down in the fourth quarter. Blitzing Cat in the second half wasn't the plan, and because there were some cross matches, guys just overreacted to the situation, and we got caught. Him hitting the cutter a couple times. So just a lack of discipline tonight.
Coach, tonight marks the 7th straight loss. What do the Hawks need to do to break the streak?
Win.
Sorry?
Win.
Excuse me, I don't understand.
We just need to win.
Oh, win, I understand.
Yeah, there's no one thing. We just need to win a game. It's at this stage. Every game has a different personality, and it brings on something different. I thought our guys in the second quarter were phenomenal. I thought defensively and offensively, we had 16 first half assists. Offensively, we were getting where we wanted. Even some of the shots we missed, I thought were clean looks. And we had 32 assists last game and 16 in the first half tonight. I just thought that was a good flow and a good rhythm for us. But we just need to win. We need to be able to put together a 48-minute game. And once we do that, I think everything will settle back in. The fourth quarter was, one poor defensive possession, and then it just circled down into another. And obviously, you start seeing missed layups and turnovers in that quarter as well, and it just became very deflating.
You go with Jabari in the 5 quite a bit there in the second half. What contributed to you going with that?
They were really small, and we needed a lineup that we can just switch. And that didn't work very well. Teague was really good at getting into the paint. But they were small, and we wanted to just be able to match up a little bit with what they were doing. And Jabari, against any of their smalls or bigs, we have an advantage. And he was 6 for 6 at one point during the game, so I liked his flow and his rhythm. And so when there was an opportunity, it's just, we don't have any other small ball fives, and he was the opportunity for us to keep DeAndre out there, to keep some shooters out there, and then let him play with their smaller lineup.
Coach, sometimes when teams go through streaks, they get a little tight. Have you sensed that at all from this team at all?
I don't think tight. I think if anything, I think we're trying to do too much, and maybe that is tight. I think we're trying to do too much, and that's where the lack of discipline in the second half, especially in that fourth quarter, came into play. We're trying to make things up defensively, and we turned the ball over. I don't know if that was tight or just not ready to play and make plays, I should say. So I don't sense that we're tight. I think sometimes we think we can win the game before the game is over, early in the fourth quarter, late in the third quarter, whereas, when you have 16 assists in the first half, there's something that's flowing and going well, and we have to try and find that rhythm, that balance. But I don't think the guys are tight.
Bruno played his 4th game in 4 days. Looked like he had some energy though still. What do you see from him?
I thought he was good in the first half. We've been focused on trying to get our bigs to be more aggressive, going after offensive rebounds, and I thought he had a couple. He competed against Cat in the post a couple times. So I just think the 4 days of playing, however many minutes he played last night, I think it's close to 30, he played 15 tonight. It's game experience, and the more we can get him game experience, the better off he'll be. And there's no rush, there's no fast way of doing it. We just have to keep him active. We also have to be mindful. He'll probably need a day off tomorrow completely. But this is the beauty of having College Park here, to be able to do that. I thought he had a decent game yesterday. I thought this was one of his, especially in the first half, one of his better performances for us.
Played these guys close up until kind of in the fourth quarter. Is it just a matter of, as far as getting over that hump, is it just a matter of those mental mental mistakes on defense, or what do you got to, what do you
Yeah,
have to do to get
you know,
it back on?
Saying a long time ago, you know, learning how to win close games. And you look at championship teams, they just don't have close games. And when you have a lead, you just separate. You don't keep it a close game. When we had a lead, we don't know how to separate, and that's the challenge. And that's what I was talking about earlier, where you see some plays at the end of the third quarter, at the beginning of the fourth quarter, where we're trying to hit the home run. And instead of just doing what you're doing and trying to get that separation, take a 5-point lead to an 8-point lead, and try and get it to double digits. Maybe they have to sub sooner or something like that. We try and get it in the moment. We try and make the home run plays, and some of those are just quick shots. Some of those are, you know, trying to gamble for a steal when we could just keep the ball in front, contain, and make them take a tough contested shot. But I think that's the biggest difference. Is it's really, you know, building on your leads throughout the course of the game as opposed to, you know, just trying to win it right there.
Is that a pattern with teams that you coach, younger teams? Is that a pattern on younger teams?
That's a pattern on
Is
all
it all?
teams.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I use Golden State because they're probably the team everyone can relate to. I mean, for years they've been the best third quarter team in the league. We were up Golden State last year by 3 at halftime. I think it was 52-49 or 62-59, something like that. And you know, it's like a 15-point game going into the fourth. And that's who they are, that's who they were. Golden State was the best third quarter team in the league, and that's championship caliber. They didn't panic. They, you know, just get a run, get a quick run, and make you go a timeout and come out, and they smell blood and they just go for it. Whereas, you know, we don't know that yet. We haven't experienced that. We haven't been through that. We haven't been down 20 on a team and come back and won. Teams like that have done that before, and you've seen them do it before. And even when you see them down with 20 in the second quarter, you say this game's not over. You know. So I think once we get a win, just to get a win, a lot of things will be solved. The confidence will be even higher. The understanding of what it took to win that game will carry over to the next.
Coach, I recall a few games back that there was some instances where, you know, you and the assistant was slamming down clipboards.
No, it was one time.
That on that particular game, and you felt like that didn't even work on that night. What will it take, do you feel, in order to get over this?
No, it's just it's possession by possession, as in every game. You know, I tell the guy, I think every coach goes through that, where you're upset. It's times you're happy and you're excited about your guys and you're cheering them on, and you call a timeout because of defensive lapse. You let a run ride a couple times. The highs and lows. A lot of it's not just the play. It's the approach. And tonight our discipline wasn't there. That was the frustrating part. A lot of my timeouts tonight were miscues defensively of what we were trying to do or what we weren't doing, and some of the guys were making up. But there's no tactic that you just go through. You know, I'm not going to get ejected in the first 2 minutes to light a fire under my team. You know, there's no strategy for those type of things. It may seem like it, but it's not. You know, the guys have to still play every single possession and be disciplined on every single possession for 48 minutes, especially a young team and a team that's in a route that we're in right now.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey NBA fans, Kelly McGill here. If you like that last video from Fanatics View on YouTube, be sure to subscribe down below for exclusive NBA content.